Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out at kernradio.com. So listen live via the Kern Radio app downloaded to your smart device. Take us on all your summer vacations. Plus, we are also streaming on YouTube. That's right. Just go to YouTube, search Kern Radio, and you can watch us do this magical show live from wherever you are. Plus, we're also on social media. Just search Kern Radio, Facebook, Instagram, and X. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? Got a great show for you today. It's the extended version. One more time. One more time. We're going to celebrate. Sorry. I will be Ralph again. I'm sorry. Ralph is out. Sorry again, you guys. It's the gout still. He can't stand up on his foot or something. I'm doing the show till 4, and then Kathy Abernathy will come on. So you'll get 2 hours of the JR Show today. Go run and tell all your friends. You got plenty of time to listen. We got a great show for you. We will get the latest out of Texas as Governor Abbott, I believe, is still speaking at a press conference. We might peek in on that, but we'll get you the latest numbers. Plus, I'm trying to stay out of it. I've told you yesterday, I don't want to get into the back and forth and politicizing this tragedy. And I'll break down to you if you guys are looking, really looking to see what went wrong. We will try to break it down for you as well. Plus, Newsom, we told you yesterday, held a press conference for the 6-month anniversary of the fires. We will have a couple of clips from the governor, let you know what he said, and give you my thoughts locally. Me and Kathy and I were discussing yesterday on Ralph's show the local race in terms of Congress, and Dr. Assemblywoman Jasmeet Baines. Everybody's assuming that she will get into the race. We'll tell you where all the dominoes may lay. I'll give you my thoughts and insight on the local race that will be, and then some sporting stuff. The news clipping. General of California, Rob Banta, wants to make, well, they've already made all gambling illegal in the state of California. And then what was it, last year, they tried to pass it to where you could do online gambling. And then they quickly put a kibosh on that. Now, California Attorney General Rob Bonta wants to put the kibosh on fantasy sports gambling, your DraftKings and your, what is the other, Underdog Sports, and those types of gambling. We'll tell you about that and those that might oppose it. It's very interesting. Plus your questions, comments, and whatever opinions you want to throw in there. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. That's the number to do so. You can text, you can call. Plus, I take emails, jr@kernradio.com. You don't want to be texting and driving. It's illegal in the state of California to even touch your phone if you're in the driver's seat. So don't do it. Send me an email later, jr@kernradio.com. But we will start in Texas, where Governor Greg Abbott is. Is it messed up if I just say he's rolling through town? I'm that guy. I find humor in things. The guy's in a wheelchair, in case you don't know. He is handy. What'd the Congresswoman call him? Hot Wheels? And try to say she didn't. I wasn't trying to imply that he was. I am. I'm cool. I'll make the funny pun and say my guy's rolling through Texas. He is given an update. Part of that update included the death toll. This is not going to. Do you guys know what I do? Do you know what you can't? Don't call the station. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Let's take the. Can I get through the numbers? I'll take you right now. I promise. Hold on. They did update the numbers out of Texas. 109 now total dead, including 94 out of Kerr. At the Camp Mystic, Governor Abbott gave an update on the missing there. There's still 5 campers missing, plus 1 counselor, plus another child that was not enrolled at the camp, but somehow associated with the camp that is also missing. So a total of 7 still missing from Camp Mystic. And the just shocking number that he gave, the 161 still missing out of Texas, whether it's family members calling in saying, hey, we can't locate this person. They were supposed to be staying in this place and we don't know where they're at. So they believe that the missing total, which I would assume will continue to rise, is up to 161 missing. We'll peek in on Governor Abbott here in just a second, but let's first take these callers. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KRN. Who do we have on the line, Christopher? Jay, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. I am proud to announce that as far as I checked, I'm your 77th subscriber on your YouTube.
There you go, Jay. 77. Woohoo! Thank you, Jay. Tell all your friends.
I also followed you guys on Instagram, and I got one of my friends to follow you guys on Instagram.
There you go. Go follow me too, Jay. Don't leave me out. Look up JR Flores. Why not JR?
I looked, but I think there's like 3 other accounts with that name.
No, J go y.not.jr.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That one's me. It's the guy. You'll see the logo of the show. It says the JR show. You'll know when you see it. But it's y.not.jr. So is that do you want to tell us? You're the 77th subscriber, Jay. How old are you again, Jay? You're young, aren't you? You're like a high school kid, yeah?
Yeah, I'm 15 now. I'm a sophomore this year now.
All right. And you're getting. How's summer going? Are you taking any classes? You doing anything? Staying busy? I like to tell my daughter, your brain's going to turn to mush unless you stay busy.
Yeah, I stay busy.
Doing what, Jay? You just.
Well, I'm not a chronically online kid. I don't have a phone anymore, and I don't have like any electronics. So I just like go outside.
Are you grounded, Jay? What? Did you get in trouble? Did mom ground you? What do you mean you don't have electronics? What'd you do, Jay? What'd you do? You can tell us.
Well, basically, like, I have to ask my mom if I'm able to use my phone and stuff like that.
Good.
I only get 2 hours a day.
Good.
Because I don't want to absorb too much, and then after, like, when I spend, I don't know if it's just me, but my eyes start to hurt after looking at a screen for a long time. So this summer, I'm not using any electronics, which is actually good for my health too. And I've been going outside more.
It's
also in my neighborhood, there's a lot of kids in my neighborhood, but there's only 2 other kids playing outside. But that's only because their mother makes them.
Good for mom too. She sounds like a terrific woman, and she's raising a great child, Jay. Stay with that. That blue light from the screen will hurt your eyes and give you headaches, and the sunlight will actually be healthy for you and give you vitamin D. But
I already wear glasses as it is, so I don't have those blue light glasses, which I found out.
Yeah, nothing actually works like they try to tell you, Jay. It's all just a ploy to get your money. But thanks for listening and hanging out with us this summer, Jay.
Oh, you're welcome. I listen to you guys every day.
Appreciate you. Don't forget, tell all your friends. Thanks. Have a good one, Jay. That is, I would, well, I can't say our youngest listener, Chris, because our youngest listener is an 8-year-old that happens to live in my house. So sorry, she counts. Oh, she counts. Yeah, she counts. So sorry, Jay, you're not our youngest listener, but you are one of our youngest listeners. So thanks for that. Let's get to a break. I will probably peek into Greg Abbott. I believe he's taking questions from the media. A lot of the questions now, or what we've been trying to stay away from here, is politicizing the whole darn thing. And I'm going to take politics right out of it. And you're probably not going to like the road I go down. But if you really want to start at what went wrong, let's start looking at what went wrong then. Again, might not like the road I go down. 661-842-5376. JR at Current Radio. Plenty of ways you can tell me you don't like what I'm saying. Got to get to a break. Again, I'm sticking around for an extra hour today. Lucky me, it's the extended edition. But it is a Tuesday, so former magistrate judge and Kern County Council, Teresa Goldner, will stop by. We'll break down the Diddy sentencing. Dun, 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 dun. That's later today on the Ralph Bailey Show, hosted by JR Flores. It's going to be a long day. But you can meet me tonight for ice cream. Tell you why after the break. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back. That's right. It's Happy Amazon Day. Thank you. But it is Amazon. It's Happy Amazon Day, you guys. In case Amazon Day. Give Jeff Bezos some more money. Is it Bezos? Bezos? What? How do you pronounce the man's name? It's Bezos, right? It's Jeff Bezos Day for the next 2 days. So go out and support your local Amazon distribution center and get that by 2 and 5 p.m. today if you order in the next 24 minutes. I read an article over the weekend, and this is for all you socialists out there that want to spread the wealth. If you took all of Jeff Bezos' money, and what is he worth, Chris? I didn't even look it up. Billions of dollars. If you took all of Jeff Bezos' money, split it up evenly between the 341.9 million people in the United States. How much is he worth? $237 billion. And for all evenly wealth distributors out there, we took his money and spread it amongst us, we would all get $693. Most of your wives will spend more of that today and tomorrow during Amazon Prime Day. So we're aware. Heck, most of your wives, sorry, ladies, spend more on that on a regular Amazon week, much less Prime Day. Oh, but that's just for you guys out there. Jeff Bezos spreading the wealth. We were as Greg Abbott rolls out of the picture there, is done with his press conference in Texas. He gave us the update: 109 now confirmed dead. Still 7 missing out of Camp Mystic. 5 campers, 1 counselor, and another child that was not a camper but is associated with the camp. And then 161 missing from all of the flooding over the various counties in Texas. A lot of people upset today, and they tried to drag me into the fight yesterday, politicizing it and the warning system, JR, and it's Trump's fault, and he was defunding this and the National Weather Association. And there were warnings sent out. There's records of it. Now, could there have been better warning systems in place? Could there have been sirens in areas that are known for flooding and all these different things? Yes, yes, and yes. And just as I told you yesterday, it's way too soon to hoe down this road. But you guys want to keep asking, well, whose fault is it? Well, one, it's a storm. It's Mother Nature. But 2, and this is going to be tough, but you guys want to go down the road. So here we go. How do I know that there was warnings? How do I know that things were being done to make sure that people were getting out of the area? Because there were people that were evacuating and getting out of the area. There was another camp that decided to pack up and leave. When I leave my daughter with somebody, I entrust those people to make life and death decisions concerning my daughter. I place the well-being of her and adults to make decisions that could be life. And so when you look at it and you go, well, how come these campers were being evacuated and not these ones? Is that a warning system? Again, I don't want to go down the road, but you guys are looking for answers. Who is responsible for those kids at camp and keeping them safe? You don't want to say the answer just as much as I don't want to say the answer. I was having this conversation in my office. The person looked up at me and said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." We don't want to go down that road, but we're going down that road. Who is responsible for the kids? And how come some kids were evacuated and some weren't? When I leave my child with somebody, I entrust them to make. You can say, well, JR, maybe they didn't have the information to make that decision. Maybe they didn't get the warnings to make that decision to take those kids out of there. Maybe. But that's, I guess, what we're going to have to deal with is a lot of maybe and what ifs. Thing I do know is there's a tragedy that happened. And there's a time for placing blame. There's a time for mourning. Right now, I think we need to mourn and try to recover and get through this and support the families and the victims that were devastated by a natural disaster. Six 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Text messages before we get to the news, sir. What do you have? Thank you. Thank you. I'm not familiar with the Brazilian butt lift. I'm not familiar. I don't know of any side effects that may occur. Uh, there's a lot of jokes there, but this is a family show. And my daughter's listening, so I'm not gonna make those jokes. That's a thing. BBL. That's what they call it, huh? BBLs. Okay. Y'all ladies are. I love you, ladies. I do love you, and I know you all do a lot to try to look good, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly. But just know you're gorgeous, just the way that God made you. Got to get to a break. If you want to chime in, 661-842-5376. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. The JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Facebook, Instagram, X. Just search up Kern Radio. Also streaming live on the YouTube. Just look up Kern Radio right there on YouTube, and you can find us. Plus, I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? Why not JR. That's how you can find me on Instagram. Just go and give us a follow and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time that we're live on YouTube. That's what I learned watching YouTube with my daughter. You say those things to the YouTube crowd. You hit the notification bell. Right, Chris? You're part of that crowd. I know my daughter's cringe too. Is that what the kids say, cringe? What was it? What was the other one I heard the other day? Neg? You're being so neg. I was like, what? Can you guys say whole words, please? Quit cutting words in half. Neg. What? No, and no. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. We have a phone call, sir. Who do you got? Who? Oh, boy. Okay. Hello? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all for the wonderful. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you. All right, I'll talk to you later. That's my daughter. You can just hang up. Just don't even give her a chance to talk. Who gave her the number? Who let you use a phone? What is going on at my house when I'm not there? All right, back to work, everybody. Hello? They're gone. All right, thank you. Thank you. You can hang up now. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Bye. Thank you. It's the whole family there. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Next year, I'll make sure to take my birthday off. Thank you. Just trying to avoid the whole situation. 661-842-KERN. What? I'm even here for the extended edition. My birthday. I'm working extra hours. That's what I get for my birthday. Woo, yay me! You get to work an extra hour, JR. Thanks. Thanks. It's the best present ever. What's that? Well, 49er Larry, what's going on your mind? What's up?
Hey, I'm making that offer again.
What?
Replace Ralph Bailey with me. You only have to pay me $1,900 a month because that's all I can make since I collect Social Security.
Oh, you're not at the age yet, Larry, where you can't make that extra income without it deducting yet, huh? You haven't hit that one. Oh, you're still a young buck, Larry. What? Come on.
Yeah, Ralph Bailey was born in August. I'm older than him. I was born in May.
Man. All right.
So, get Ralph to the cards and you can't get him on one of those other rounds. And I'll do my show, the 49er show remotely.
We'll think about that one, Larry. We'll think about that, man. But maybe we have some time in the afternoon on our sports station. Maybe. All right, bro. Nah, Chris is the best thing on radio right now, dude. What are you talking about? All right, Larry, have a good one. And the 49ers are terrible. 661 842 KRN 661 842 5376. If you guys want to chime in, you can do so as well. Thank you to everybody that has or is sending me a birthday. Very much. I love all of you very much. And you're all invited to ice cream later. You just have to buy your own. That's the deal. You can show up, you can come and attend, but you have to buy your own ice cream. We'll be at Rosemary's, 7 p.m. That's the only invite. 661. Do we have another call?
No.
Okay. Wanda, get on the phone.
No, she says we know she doesn't.
I know Wanda Grimway Farms doesn't get on the phone, but thank you, Miss Wanda. Appreciate that. She's a very long time listener of this show. Been listening since the Richard Bean Show. Big supporter. Appreciate you, Wanda. And I know you listening. Be careful. She is still driving every single day. Be careful out there, Wanda. Do we have any text messages? Let's clear everything before we move on to the governor. Anything else?
Adult in charge and parents. I'm pretty sure they're just saying who, both the blame.
I don't want to say the blame because it was a natural disaster. You know what I mean? You can't just go, oh, and that's what everybody's quick to do right now. Oh, it's Trump's fault. Oh, it's this person's fault. Oh, it's a natural disaster. First off, can we always learn from those types of things and what we can do better and how to do better? Yes, and that will happen. Just calm down. Let's find the 161 missing people first. How about that? How about that? 161 people still missing. You guys want to cry about? Oh, it's okay. 661-842-KERN. Anything else on the board, sir? What else? Let's clear the whole thing. Thank you.
Go back to the COVID days and have Ralph do his show remotely.
Just do it remote.
Like during COVID, and he can do it from his home.
I mean, he can technically. If it comes down to it, tomorrow I'll be I'll drop the Comrex over there myself and set it up. You hear that, Bailey? I know your ears are listening. Your foot might not be working, but we'll bring you the microphone, and we'll bring the microphone to your house tomorrow. 661-842-KERN. Is that it?
I got one more.
All right.
Happy birthday to the kid with the big brown eyes who always wore that ugly Raiders jacket in the 5th grade.
Thank you to my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Davies, who's a Broncos fan. I remember one year had got like an icy, and it was a Broncos cup, and I was like, I could throw this away right now, but there's one Bronco fan that I know that I'll give it to, and it was my 5th grade teacher. Are we done with the messages? No, another one comes at 661-842-5376. We'll read messages all day. I'll check it. All right, read it. Hold on. Go ahead now. Thank you.
This next one says, I deviated a green bike intersection for you for your birthday.
Say that again. They would have a who?
They're saying that I think they broke a green intersection for you.
Oh, they went through the bike lane. I don't know how to operate those things. I feel bad because it used to be like a break in the line where you knew that you could go over to make the right-hand turn, and now there's not the brake line anymore. It's green all the way down. Am I supposed to wait until I get all the way to the end of like, what if there's people that want to go straight behind me, but I can't pull over enough for them to go past me because I can't break the bike lane because there's so many people in it? How do
It's a green line. I get it. I don't like it either, but I just drive through it. I don't even care.
Just-
If I see a person on a bike in it, I don't care. It's
I don't ever see anybody on a bike in it, though. That's part of the problem. And that was part of the problem that the grand jury had, unless you're the one biker guy that showed up in Bob Smith. Bicycle Bob, as we like to call him around here. But thank you for the all of the birthday wishes. It's much appreciated. You can stop at any time. 661-842-5376. Who's on the phone now, Chris? Oh, I told you. His ears are working, but his foot ain't. Well, Mr. Bailey, what's going on, sir? I know the code. I know the code. Used to be Running Ralph. Now it's Hop Along Bailey. What's good? Tell the folks. You got all the folks worried. You've been missing word. Tell the folks what's going on, please.
Saturday, and my foot was just swollen, and I couldn't walk. Couldn't walk Saturday or Sunday. So finally, Monday morning, I called Moto, and they delivered.
Thankfully, because you definitely weren't going to make it down there.
So they delivered me cold. I got generic brand and tried to OD on cold. And now I'm throwing up. Every time you don't want to hear about it. You don't want to hear about it. You don't want to hear about it.
Only you.
And there's another side effect from the cold clean. That when you've got one bathroom, you really don't want to have it. I'll tell you that, boy. When you're throwing up in the same place you're going to the bathroom in,
It's just, oh man.
Just like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Like, do I sit down or do I? I gotta pick one.
And then, like, when you go to the bathroom and you like name your floor, then you get in the bathroom and you okay, now definitely. It's like, oh, there's no question. And the thing, like I said in the text this morning, I was writhing in pain yesterday. At least the pain is gone. I'm still hobbling. The pain is gone. And I was thinking, well, at least I'm not nauseous.
Well,
there goes that. The last thing you want to do when you're nauseous is hot.
Oh goodness. Well, you try to get better, sir. Don't. I don't even know. Are you supposed to not take any more medicine at this point? Have you taken too much? Oh, shoot. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Let's get out and play a round of golf this weekend. Is it too hot? Oh yeah, if you can. How long does it usually last? Yeah. It has been a while though for you. You haven't had one in a while.
I always say this is the worst one I've ever had, where I literally could not put any weight on my left foot Saturday or Sunday. What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Or Monday. Really, today was the first day I could like stand up. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the weirdest disease I've ever had.
That's wild.
I'm totally open to suggestions on how to beat it. There's people out there that suffer from it.
Oh, everybody's saying the same thing, the same allopurinol and giving the same kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been avoiding that to avoid adding to the long pills I've taken this morning. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Area they take the allopurinol every day.
But just add it to the list, my brother.
All right, I'll let you go, brother.
All right, Pop. Thank you. Get better, man. We'll talk to you later. All right, Pop. That is Ralph Bailey. And if you don't know, he won't be in today. I'll be the extended edition of the JR Show. We'll do the Ralph Bailey Show till 4 o'clock. And then we'll have Kathy Abernathy, who's a Monday regular, come by and finish out the show. I will be speaking with the Tuesday regular, former magistrate judge and former county counsel for Kern County, Miss Teresa Goldner. We'll discuss the Diddy sentencing and whatever else she wants to discuss. Is there more messages up there?
There are. They're not all birthday.
All right. Okay. Well, read some of them, I guess, before we go to break here.
Yeah, the problem is human nature is always, it's never going to be as bad as projected, especially for the old timers that have been through hundreds of false alarms. Going forward, sirens may work.
You have to put in a place because you're right. It does come to, I mean, we get flash flood warnings here in Kern County, and we all just kind of go, huh? What? And so there becomes a point where you overuse the system and people start to ignore it. But that doesn't mean I think you move away from that. You need to add layers to the system. Like, hey, I know we sent out the text message, so you got the warning that just to beware. Well, here's the next warning, and it's a horn going off in the certain sections that are prone to flooding. You know what I mean? And those horns start going off, and that means no, it's time to leave. So yeah, I think there's other steps that we can maybe add to the warning system, that not just messages that we all get. I mean, your phone goes off sometimes with an alert, and you just kind of look over it and go, we all do it. We've all done it. 661-842-KERM. What else?
Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Oh, thank you. That's my niece Kaya. She's my favorite niece in high school. See, I did that way, her older sister, and then my youngest niece, who is in like kindergarten. She doesn't. It's got to keep a balance. Got to keep a balance. But thank you again. We'll be out at ice cream tonight, 7 p.m. Rosemary's, if you guys want to join us. Anything else before we go to break here?
Just reminding the public to hydrate and drink plenty of water, stay in the shade, and prevent dehydration during this.
That is a very good tip. Yes, it's going to start to get hotter. I don't know if we broke 100 yet. I don't know if today we'll break 100, but definitely tomorrow. And as we move closer into the weekend, we'll start to rise to 105, 106. And then it's going to be like that for a couple of days. And then I know that I'm just going to get out of town. I'll be gone in San Clemente. You guys can have the 10, 15 days of 100-degree weather while I'm sitting in 70-degree shade. Maybe we'll do the show live from the beach, Chris. Maybe I'll take a Comrex with me. No, and no.
You're going to be opening it for me too.
Yeah. No. But if you follow me on social media, maybe I'll do some live hits from out there. Just go follow me. JR Flores on Facebook, and why not JR? Why? That's WHY not JR. We'll have some fun while we're on vacation as well. Got to get to a break, come back, and then wrap up this show, and then start the Ralph Bailey Show. That's right. We're hosting an extra hour today. Stick around. Tell all your friends about it. This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. That was a small joke. I won't be alone. I'm not that bad. 661-842-KERN. We got a phone call? Who you got? Fred, you're on the JR show. What's on your mind, sir? Yeah, you're getting older, Fred. The back hurts, the knees don't work the same. It's part of getting old, Fred. They got a pill for everything. Just got to watch those side effects. What's going? Yep.
And Governor Newsom thanking the Army Corps of Engineers for a swift, clean, fast job finished ahead of schedule, cleaning up all a lot of the hazardous waste and the rubble and the fire.
No, you saw the press conference, did you?
Yeah, well, isn't it kind of funny? Isn't that a federal agency?
It is. Yes, it is.
Who's in charge of the federal agency?
I believe that would be the president, sir. Yes, sir.
All their local stuff they can't get done, but all some stuff can get cleaned up. They're done.
Oh yeah, the most of the debris is cleared out. I mean, that's probably the easier part. The hard part's going to come is when you're trying to dig out all those foundations and rebuild. That's where you're going to run into problems, and that's where the California issue is going to really lie in pulling permits and trying to do all that stuff. I know they're talking about fast tracking all that, but 6 months in, and I don't think they have one permit, Fred, one permit. Well, that's a whole nother topic, Fred. Oh, hey, stick around. I'm doing another hour. I'm going to play some audio from Newsom yesterday's press conference. Speaking of him holding court yesterday, it turned into basically a love fest, as most press conferences do nowadays. It was all the leaders up there. Newsom was there. Bass was there. Padilla was there. Senator Padilla. All just. They said the same thing they did a week after, 2 weeks after, a month later. They thanked all the first responders and firefighters and did all that fun stuff, and then said nothing else really. Nothing has been done. Nothing has changed. 6 months later, there's still just nothing moving. I said the hard part's going to be when you got to pull those foundations out of the sand just to rebuild on them. Talking about years before that comes back. Well, this is the end of the JR show, but stay tuned. It's the extended version. The Ralph Bailey Show starts next, hosted by me. Can you guys hear me on YouTube? I know you can't see me, but you can hear me. We're going to try to grab this camera and we're going to try to walk into the hallway. Oh, see down the hall? See down the hall? It's way down the hall. We have Chris over here still. Chris. Chris's work area. He keeps it a mess. He's a mess, you guys. Big time. Sorry. Oh, sorry. See, this is the studio. See? There's really nothing to look at. Really. It's all the same. It's just a set. It's like a fake set. That computer back there doesn't really work. Although it does. And that's the shot you get. If I could take you guys down to my office, I would take you guys down to my office. But our camera doesn't go that far. Holla! We'll be back. Stay tuned.
filter.
We'll get a
with
good
the
angle.
camera. That's what the guys at K did to me.
Welcome back. It's the Ralph Bailey Show. No, don't adjust your volume on your radio. Let me make sure that's on. I know I forgot to turn the audio on YouTube on the first segment. I apologize to all my YouTube viewers out there. Your audio is back on. Go back to YouTube. Just search Kern Radio right there and watch us live, right? I was off, right? Yeah, I know. I mute my mic in the breaks. I have to explain to the radio listeners. I wear for the YouTube audio. I wear this little lapel mic, and so I have to be careful because that stays hot when my radio mic turns off. My lapel mic does not, and you can hear everything in the breaks on YouTube sometimes. And incentive to go watch on YouTube. We'll have a little fun and I'll talk to you in the break. And earlier I was turning the camera around and showing Chris in his little work area. And so we have a little fun in the breaks during YouTube. You got to just go and follow and like and watch and hit the notification button and all those fun things. And then you'll be able to play along with us at home and see us do fun things and everything like that. But don't worry, we are still radio and we'll always be radio and doing it the old fashioned way. 661-842-5376. We have a phone call, sir. Who do you got? Tim, welcome to the JR Show. What's on your mind, friend? Oh, just getting older. The back's going out. My knees are buckling. Everything's clicking. It makes noise when I get up. I don't know. Tim, what's up, man? What's going? How are you feeling, brother?
I don't listen to the radio that much, so whenever I catch you, I try to catch you. What is your gut feeling on maybe kids that are all these people that are with the bike lanes? Maybe they should start paying road tax like all of us with DMV.
I mean,
all this greenness that's going down our highways and streets.
I mean, if the idea is to get cars off of the road, then therefore at the same time, you are going to start taking away from the gas tax, which pays for the road. So maybe we should tax Bicycle Bob and all his friends around town for having to paint our streets green. Golf cart Gary. I've seen it. I've seen it, Tim. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's nobody had. All these other people aren't paying their fair share. Pay your fair share. That's taking my lane so a bike can go in there. You're crazy. Right. I got to get to a break, Tim. Thanks for calling in, man. Right on, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good one out there. Be safe. Watch out for Golf Cart Gary and Bicycle Bob. We got to get to a break. Got Teresa Goldner on the other side breaking down P. Diddy case. Will he do any more time? Will he? Will he not? 12 months, 5 years. We'll find out from the judge. Coming up next, it's the Ralph Bailey Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I didn't realize you don't want me to talk right then.
No, you're good.
Happy birthday. I love that.
I'm happy. It's my birthday. Got to be happy on your birthday, right? Even if it means you're getting older, but that's okay.
You're not getting older.
I'm
You're
not
getting
I'm
better.
getting wiser.
That's
I'm
right.
getting wiser,
That's right.
Teresa. I'm getting wiser. It is a Tuesday, and it is the Ralph Bailey Show, despite what voice you might hear. This is J.R. Flores filling in for Ralph. He's a little gouty today.
I'm sorry, Ralph. Is Ralph listening?
He is.
Hi,
He
Ralph. I
called
hope
in.
that you're feeling better.
Yeah, he
Is
called in during the live show.
Where
'cause
can I
was
say
giving-
hi to him? Do I
Yeah,
go?
no, right here. The camera's over there. Yeah,
Hi,
I
Ralph.
gave him a hard time earlier because I was like, I don't care. Tomorrow, if he's got gout, we'll show up at his house with microphones and he can do the show like he did during COVID.
Oh, you wouldn't do that to him, would you?
Yes, I would.
No.
Teresa,
No.
His foot hurts.
That's not very nice.
His mouth is fine. Trust me.
I don't know about you, but if I wear high heels and they hurt my feet, I am not in a happy mood. So if my
Teresa.
foot hurts, I'm not going to be happy.
I know we make this look easy, and it is.
It's not easy.
He's not on his. Look at. Do you see my foot right there?
Yes.
Is it doing anything?
No.
It's not.
I thought maybe it was
No.
tapping or something.
Nope.
Nothing. Well,
You-
but it hurts.
That's
when your
right. That's
foot
what I told him. I
hurts.
said your foot hurts, but your mouth is working. You're
No,
fine.
no, the foot is connected to the leg that's
It's
connected
fine.
to the arm that's
The
connected
neck
to the
bone's
neck that's
connected to the
mouth.
chin bone. The chin bone's connected to the.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. We're all connected, Teresa.
Yeah, I agree. I think so.
But no,
We
he's
are.
listening. He called in. I said he went from his nickname was Running Ralph. Do you know that? Because he was
No.
chasing after the bus in Washington, D.C. at Honor Flight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They almost left him at the hotel and he had to chase after the bus.
Did he sleep in? Is that what he did?
Something
we won't
like
say,
that.
we won't
Yeah,
tell on him.
But it, so
What
they-
happens in DC stays in DC,
Well,
right?
not when Jeff Salters is involved and tells everybody. No, so he got the nickname Running Ralph, but I changed it. He's now Hopalong.
Oh, well, okay. Well, wait till something happens to you, and we'll have to come up with a nickname for you.
Bumfoot Bailey. That's
No,
what call
I
him.
think today I'm going to call you Judge JR.
There you
How's
go.
that? So you get to be a judge today.
Ooh, what case are we residing over?
I thought we would talk about the sentencing in P. Diddy, Sean Combs'
Sean
case.
Puff
Because,
Daddy.
yeah, it's, it's going to be set in October. Well, it is set for in
Do you think
October.
all those aliases are listed
I do.
on the docket?
You know what? I haven't looked. Gosh, I did bring in the indictment. I can't remember if all those names were on there, but probably.
They would have to be, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's
they would
used
be.
all of them at
That's
some
true.
point.
That's true. But before we get started,
Yes.
I got a request or I got a note
Uh-oh.
from the
Uh-oh.
wonderful Chris out there. I'll let Chris say what it is.
Oh my goodness. What
Technically, it's not from me.
okay.
Kevin,
Yes.
Kevin the squirrel. Oh, I
The
love
squirrel.
that.
Wait
I
a
love
second.
that. I haven't.
Teresa,
You know about Kevin the squirrel, right?
I
No.
kind of, but I also remember there's peacocks
There's
on the property.
peacocks. That's right. We're down to 4. Well, now we're down to 3 peacocks. I'll tell you about the
Okay.
peacock thing, but Kevin the squirrel,
Yeah.
Kevin is a squirrel that I saved him from our dog in the
Yes.
backyard. And he's good. He's doing really good now.
Right,
He's got it. He's got trees. He stays out. He hangs out in the front yard. Every morning I go out there and I feed him walnuts and blueberries and things like that.
And he comes and gets them.
He does. He comes right down. I go like this, like, hi. Like he likes to play with you. If you'll go like this, like tap your fingers on the tree or on the branch, he'll come down and he'll play like hide and go seek with you on either side of the branch. I had no idea squirrels had personalities. They do. So he comes down every morning. He gets fed. I feed him in the evenings, all this stuff. Well, we were just to give your listeners a Kevin update.
Right.
We were in New York for 11 days.
Ooh,
Just got back on Monday.
that could be tough on a squirrel that's grown a dependency on
Yes.
somebody feeding him.
We actually found a friend who was willing to come over
Squirrel sit. You
and
found a
feed
squirrel
and water
sitter.
Kevin. Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I didn't know if Kevin would still be alive or still be around. or
Yeah,
if
because
he
you
would have
never
run
know when
off.
you leave a family pet with friends if they're going to be alive when you come back.
You never know. So
Not everybody
Kevin,
has a squirrel though. Teresa.
I was shocked. The first thing I did when we drove in the driveway, it was
How
it
do you
was-
make that phone call?
what to come and
Hi, yeah, how's it going? Oh, pretty good. Yeah, so you know, Kevin, and they think you're talking about like your nephew or somebody. Dad, we need somebody to
you're
come
so
watch
funny.
Kevin.
Well, actually,
How do you know who to call for that?
a wonderful young woman who is a trainer that comes in the morning and trains my husband.
Okay.
And she is a sweetheart. She said she would be happy to come over and take care of Kevin for us. So we paid her some money. I think we paid her a little bit of money because she has to go out and get food for Kevin.
Right.
So she came out and fed Kevin and watered Kevin, and he's still alive. And when I pulled
Played
up,
hide and seek with him.
he
and-
does. He does. He goes like this back and forth on the trees. He's hilarious. But anyway, Kevin is doing great. He when we pulled in the driveway, the first thing I did is I ran up to his tree and I heard this rustle, 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 rustle.
I have no doubt in my mind, Teresa, that the first thing you did when you got out of the car was went straight. I seriously do not doubt that. Your husband was probably looking at you like, there she goes,
Oh, he likes Kevin too.
talking to the squirrels.
Anyway, you can tell when Kevin's coming down the tree because you heard this,
Right.
you know, from the branches, and I heard this. He comes down, and I actually made him like a little patio outside his house, and he comes down and he said hi.
He's
and
got the lazy
he was
boy
so sweet.
right there.
He was
He's got
wonderful.
the-
He's looking good. Kevin is doing great. Kevin grew a lot. I feel like his tail.
Kevin, we mark him on the tree right there. We have him stand up, and we put little marks on the trees.
He's so fun.
Check his height.
His tail used to be like a little itty bitty tail. Now it's like a really big
Draw
curly
circles
tail.
to outline the tail. It's-
You know, I was thinking about
You
that
should.
actually. But he's so sweet. He never bites. He's just a sweetheart. He'll come up and he'll come on your shoulder and he'll
You're
just
like a
hang out
Disney
with
princess.
you. My husband calls me Snow White now.
See?
He's still alive. So that's, I mean, it's been a few months now and he's still
Barry's
around
like,
and still alive.
What did I get you into?
But
Some people get plants. You know,
But-
she's got squirrels.
no, we're missing one of our peacocks though.
What happened?
Well, we have Bernie and Betty.
Right.
They're the OPs, the original peacocks.
The peas,
And they
Bernie
had
and Betty.
Bernie and Betty, but the OPs, and they had kids. Remember,
I do.
They had 5. Then it went down to 4. Then it went to 3. Then it went to 2. So now we have 2, and they're all grown up. We haven't named them yet, but they're all grown up.
And they're leaving the nest.
They're like hanging out with the others, with Bernie and Betty. But then about a week and a half ago, before we left to go to New York, Betty disappeared, and I think Betty got pregnant, and I don't know where she is. I know she's been a wild woman,
Mm,
but I think she ran off to have her eggs
that
somewhere.
lady of the night.
This morning, I went out in the yard, swear.
You raised her better than that, Teresa.
I thought I did. So I went out, I did this. I was in my pajamas. I go out to the front yard because that's where the peacocks hang out. If they go in the backyards, the dogs will try to eat them.
Yeah, all the wild animals stay in the front yard. The domesticated animals, you guys get in the back.
So I was out there in my pajamas. I looked all over for Betty. I didn't know if she was up in a tree. I don't know if peacocks lay eggs in
Where
trees
they
or
at,
not.
right?
And I couldn't find her. She's gone. I don't know where she is.
She ran off with some dark-haired stranger.
Maybe she could have found a boyfriend. She left Bernie behind. So now it's Bernie and the boy and the girl. And so we'll see what happens. So I did do a little bit of research on peacocks. I don't know that much about them, but they have sex with their children. I know, I really can't be funny. They don't care if it's their daughter or their niece. So I have to watch out for Bernie. We should
I
not
didn't know
go
the
there.
peacocks were from the South.
Hey, my family's from Arkansas. Be sweet
Sorry.
now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I love
Oh,
all the
my
fine
God.
folks from Alabama.
But New
All the
York
time.
was really fun. On the drive over here, I heard you mention the Nathan's hot dog eating
Were
contest.
you in town for that?
I was there. We went
Were
to
you
the
down on Coney Island?
No, we were going. We were going that day. We went to the Yankees versus the Mets.
Mets, yeah.
We went to that game, and I
Okay.
was hoping that they would do great. Yeah, but the Mets won. I'm a Yankee fan, but the Mets won.
My brother-in-law is a Yankees fan.
Is he?
Yeah.
How come he doesn't like? Why doesn't he like Mets? Do you know?
Uh,
My son-in-law loves the Yankees. He don't like the
yeah,
Mets.
it's crosstown rival.
But they have a really cool stadium. It's amazing. It's in oh gosh, is it in Queens? I forget where it is, but it's called City Fields, and it's gorgeous.
Really?
And they have all kinds of restaurants and all that kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing there.
stadiums now. These
I had no idea.
new stadiums are not there. I mean, you could spend a whole day in there and not even watch the ball game.
It's different than like Dodger Stadium. I went to the Dodger
Well, that's
game.
because that thing's older than Moses. You
That's
kidding me?
true.
It gets a facelift every once in a while, but that thing is built back in the 60s, I think.
I wondered about that because when we flew back on Saturday, spent the night at a friend's house, and we went to the Dodger game with them on Sunday.
Okay.
They were playing the Astros.
Yeah.
And
They got swept.
They lost.
They lost all weekend.
That stadium was night and day compared to the Mets stadium. I was surprised. I mean, I didn't realize it is really old, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But they don't have like the fancy restaurants.
It's like
and
Ralph.
everything.
It's got gout, and it's just. I've been up since 6 o'clock, Teresa. This is what you get.
Ouch. That, I have to feel like I should defend Ralph. That's not very nice, JR. But it was a really fun game. I enjoyed it. It was really fun to go to a Yankees and a Mets, and then a Dodgers and an Astros. It was really
Look
fun.
at you, the little jet setter.
I know. I feel like one for a week. I was a jet setter. It was good. But I was really excited to see Ohtani because I thought he was going to, hit a home run or something.
Yeah.
Nothing. He got nothing.
Yeah,
Every
he's
time he
kinda
got up to
cold right
bat.
now.
You think he's going to get better?
Yeah, it's mid-season.
The crowd was not happy.
Whenever it's mid-season, you start getting around the All-Star break. Guys start to kind of go, it's a long season. Let's kind of get a week off here and then just take it easy. And then we'll start to ramp it back up in probably August.
Okay. Well, it's not fun when he gets
Playoffs
up there
don't
and he
start
gets
till
out.
end of September or September. Yeah.
He didn't even get a hit, though. He got nothing. He was struck out. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nada. I was really surprised. And then our friends that we were there were telling me about his contract and how he's taking $2 million a year until
it's deferred
40 something, and then he
Yeah.
gets 68 million a year.
on the back end. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
To open up cap space for the Dodgers to be able to spend money elsewhere.
But what happens in
We don't
2040?
worry. We don't worry about that.
That's we're all going to be gone,
It's
right?
kind of like Congress. We just, we leave it to debt to our kids. We don't care.
You're so funny.
What does that matter? 10 years, we ain't gonna be here.
Well,
let the
I was
other
disappointed, but also I was really surprised. The Dodgers, the fans. There was a little guy. He's a short guy. He's on the Astros, and he's like
people.
five.
Oh yeah, we don't like that guy.
He's like 5'8".
Good for him.
His
His name is Altuve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We go like this. Hey Altuve, you suck.
Oh, that's what they did.
I know.
You
thought I was making that up?
I thought that was so rude.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's part of the game.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was
He's
terrible.
a cheater.
How's he a cheater?
Because when the year they won the World Series, he was all wired up and they were stealing pitches. They knew. Go back and read about the Astros cheating that year. They were banging on trash cans in the dugout to signal what pitches were coming.
That's against the rules?
Oh yeah, they were using electronics. There was one point he I don't know if he hit a home run or he hit the game-winning hit that brought in the guy, and he was coming around, and I think it was the home run, and the tradition was to rip off the shirts, and he was like, "Don't rip it off, don't rip it off."
His jersey?
Yeah, because he had a wire underneath it that was triggering him to know what pitches were coming.
Why? How is he still playing baseball? What kind of sentence did he get?
Exactly. The same kind of sentence P. Diddy's about to get. Nothing.
Yeah, and that's a good segue, right? Into
Right?
the
See
P.
what we
Diddy
do there? See,
sentencing.
that's what a good
I was-
host does.
I was
Teresa.
pretty impressed with that segue. So
I've been around these parts for a while.
I've
I've been watching Bailey for a long time.
how many years?
I've been here since 2007, 08.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys must be very good friends.
He came over here in 2012.
Wow.
So we've been together probably 12, 13 years.
So I always ask people, like, what the top 3 things? What are the top 3 things you've learned from Ralph about life?
What to do or what not to do, Teresa?
Well,
I don't
depends
know.
on what the
We
top.
got to talk about those in the break, Teresa. There's some stuff
Okay.
that FCC regulations, they don't let you.
No. I want it like something that's okay. What have you learned from Ralph? I'm curious.
Just different things in radio and business and interviewing people, being a good listener and being able to, you know what I mean, ask the right questions at the right times, and moving along interviews and topics and people that aren't always good guests, you
Oh,
know,
that's
and you have
good.
to kind of
Takes a long
carry.
time.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
I listened to your interview of, I think it was Steve Hilton.
Running for
Great
governor of California.
interview.
Yeah.
Great interview.
Yeah, he came to town.
Did you enjoy meeting him?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a
I
character,
think he's
isn't
going
he?
to do pretty good.
Do you think he's going to win? Or do you think any Republican is going to win?
I think if there's any chance that this is the best shot, especially if it's Kamala, because she's damaged goods and she's very beatable. So this is the best shot they've had in a long time.
I feel very torn about Kamala. I do.
What do you mean?
Because on one hand, it would be great to have a female governor, really. Seriously, I think it would be nice.
Don't
But
bring
on the
that
other
DEI
hand-
stuff in here, Teresa. You can go marching right out the door with that. It'd be a good to have a. Yeah,
But on the
it
other
would be
hand,
the right woman.
yeah,
If she's qualified and can do the job.
I like Meg Whitman. I thought
I'm
she was
okay
great.
with that. Yeah, she's good.
I just didn't do very good.
Yeah.
Oh well, c'est la vie, c'est la guerre.
We have a whole year to get it figured out, and Kamala's supposed to announce by I think the end of summer
Oh, you think she's
whether
going to
she's
do
going to
it?
do governor or president.
What do you think she should do?
Governor?
Because she doesn't have a shot at president.
No.
I mean, has anybody ever run and lost and then run and won?
Yeah, Donald
besides
Trump.
Donald.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, but he's special. He is special.
Yeah, he's special, all right. That's for sure.
He is special.
He is special.
I'm glad he won. I really
So
am.
am I. As opposed to Joe Biden or Kamala. Yes,
Okay,
I'm very glad.
Can I tell you a secret?
What's that?
I am a member. I'm a card-carrying member
Of the
Trumpettes, the Bakersfield
you
Trumpettes.
play the trumpet.
You know, well, actually,
No.
they spelled it like that, and they misspelled it. But they spelled it trumpets. And when I first saw it, I was like, guys, that's not how you spell trumpets. It's TRUMPETTES.
I don't want to say only Trump fans, but you know, they are a special breed on their own.
But it's really fun. It's actually should I talk about this?
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's a texting group, but we also get together and like we've gone to dinner. It's a group of women, and it's so much fun.
Just talk about politics and
We talk about life, love, politics, everything. Everybody is, we talk about all these sort of issues that come up.
sounds
And
like
it's really fun. It started out with I think there were 8 people, and then there were 12. That was like number 14 or 15 in the group. Now there's like 70-something people that are Trumpettes.
Wow.
So it's quite a big group of women, and it's really fun. The last time we did something was a luncheon, and it was really, we did a dinner at Luigi's, and that was really fun. Great dinner. It was fun. It's a great group of women.
And
husbands can, boyfriends
I was about to
come
say,
too.
is it all?
Yeah, they can come, but it's not as fun. It's more fun when it's just the girls.
Wow, so sexist, Teresa. I'm learning so much about you today.
Well, there's no government action involved, so it's okay. It's not a civil rights violation because the state or the Fed's not in here.
You're such a feminist, sexist. You want a woman governor and
I would like to have a woman governor. I would. I really would. It would be
man
nice.
haters club.
Not a man hater, but you're right. I don't want it to be a woman just because she has a vagina. We have to have somebody like that, in office. I totally disagree with that. It's got to be somebody.
If they're qualified, I am more than happy to vote.
Really good. That's how I feel.
Regardless
really
of sex, if they are qualified, I am more than willing to give them support.
Thank you. That's nice.
Yeah.
But because we all know women are the smartest.
I'll even go as well.
Oh, really, really, they are. They
They
live
are.
longer.
Yes.
They read more.
Yes.
They're very educated.
That's because you guys stress us out, and we die earlier
Okay.
because of that.
If you ask your beautiful daughter, Lily,
Yes.
what do you think she would say?
She's-
Who is better, boys or girls?
She's 8, Teresa.
That's okay.
We don't ask. I mean,
You don't talk about things like that with her? You
No.
don't ask her?
who's
Oh.
better, boys or
Yeah,
girls?
do you say
No, we teach her everybody's equal. And she can do anything that boys can do.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
My daughter, when she was young, my daughter's 32 now, and she's a lawyer. She lives in Brooklyn. That's why we always go back to New York all the time.
Yeah.
And she works in Manhattan. But when she went to Rio Bravo Greeley Elementary School from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. And even when she was in like 6th grade, the kids there would tease her about girls can't be lawyers. that kind of thing. And when that's why I always made a point of always going to school with her. I would even go on the bus with her sometimes
Those boys.
in the morning because I wanted the kids to see that so that they would know that you can do anything you want
Did
to
you
do.
get out in your robe just to?
No, I never did that. But you know what I did bring though, when they got older, like in 6th and 7th grade, I would bring in pocket constitutions and tell them about the Constitution,
Yeah.
and we'd talk about things like that and try to make it sort of real life for all the kids. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And it was nice to let them know that you can do that. And I remember when I first got to introduce her to Sandra Day O'Connor, it was at a federal judiciary 9th Circuit conference. She's actually met Sandra Day O'Connor 3 times.
Wow.
And she was kind of cranky though. I wanted my daughter to see this wonderful Supreme Court justice with stars in her eyes, and maybe one day she'd want to aspire to something like that. And Justice O'Connor was like,
Hey,
how long is
kid.
this going to take?
Hey kid, I ain't got much time.
I think she was kind of cranky, but her husband suffered from, was either Alzheimer's or dementia at the time, so she had a lot of pressure on her.
Yeah.
So you got to give her a lot of grace. It was nice of her to be there, but anyway.
And most of those boys didn't realize as they got older, they know how much that women actually can argue and be lawyers.
Yeah, it's true.
Because
It's true.
they will win a lot of arguments when they get married.
Well,
Part of the
now
gig.
Kern County, even the Kern County Superior Court bench is lots of women.
Lots
on
of
there.
women up there.
Yeah, there was only, I think when I was there was 1 or 2. Now there's tons of them.
And it was a female judge presiding over Diddy, right? Am I right?
I don't know if it was a female or not. I know it was a Biden appointee and had been on the bench since 2023. And so a lot of people are saying that judge is pretty inexperienced, and so they're kind of wondering what he's going to do on this sentencing. I think that it had to take a beat and not just immediately say whether he was going to let him out on bail or not. Once the verdict came down.
Yeah, he said you guys got till 1 o'clock today. Get your arguments together.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was surprised. I think he probably went out and talked to all the other judges and said, "What do you think I should do?" I have a feeling that's what he did, because he didn't, immediately just let him go.
Why do you think he didn't give him bail?
He said why he didn't give him bail because of all the violence that was involved in the what was happening with all the testimony at trial, and he has the right to do that. He can even when he does his sentencing, he can consider anything that he really wants to at sentencing, including evidence that came up at trial or other evidence that is presented at the sentencing hearing.
Do you think he kind of showed his hand in doing that and not giving him bail, and that kind of goes, I'm gonna lay it hard on this?
No, I don't think so. I think that it's possible. It's possible, but it's going to be a wild pre-sentencing report. That's how what they do in federal court. In state court, you have a probation report, or not a probation, a sentencing report. In federal court, you have called a pre-sentencing report. In state court, it's like this big. It's really thin. In federal court, it's like inches. And it's like you go through. You have to read a lot of stuff, and so they're very thorough in the way they evaluate the defendant and like his criminal history, his family, what his circumstances were growing up, his mental abilities, his business acumen. They'll look at everything that has to do with him. And I'm sure he's going to hire a sentencing expert to come in and help prepare the packet that they're going to send to the sentencing to probation. But it's really going to be an interesting hearing. But he can consider violence that was part of the trial, which of course there was. Remember the videotape?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And he can also consider any allegations of violence outside
Threats
of the trial too.
Yeah.
So he can look at a lot of different things. But I wanted to go over, I think that this is a good example to talk about how the sentencing guidelines work in federal court, and that's what they're going to have to go through. The judge has to consider the sentencing guidelines, it's done by a federal sentencing commission. And there's all these different criteria, but the main 2 are, you have to look at what is the criminal level, how serious is the crime that they're convicted of, and then you also look at what's their personal history, and have they been convicted before? What are they like? How are they as a human being? That kind of thing. You look at that sort of thing.
Well, he has no priors, but morally,
he has no priors. Conviction of domestic violence against Cassie in California.
But what would you, as a judge presiding over it, what would you
What would I do?
sentence him to?
Well, I was hoping that you would be the judge
We got a
because
minute.
I picked it out. I brought something for you.
Okay.
This is the sentencing table. I highlighted it for you. But if you look at that, you'll see on the left-hand side, see what it says?
The
It says,
highlights.
see where it says 14, 15, 16?
Uh-huh.
That's the crime. That's the level of the crime. And then if you go across, it can be, those are the different terms that he can get.
That's
So,
months, right?
yes,
15 to 21 months, all the way up to 21 to 27.
right. So I think it's going to be one of those things. I don't think he's going to get that. Plus, he's going to get 10 months off for time served.
And by then, it'll be a year
He might even get out, period.
right there.
It-
I
It's
think that's
possible.
what's going to happen.
Do you really think so?
Maybe and get some probation. Yeah.
I think he's going to
Yeah.
get, I think he's probably going to get the lower one. I think he's going to get the, what's the bottom one?
12 months,
I think he's going to get that.
15. Yeah.
And then so he'll be out in a couple months, probably.
Thanks for stopping by on my birthday.
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
We got to get out of here. Thanks, Teresa.